I believe that everyone should be entitled to the perfect meat experience. But at the same time, not everyone's going to afford a Wagyu New York strip or a Japanese A5 Wagyu beef tenderloin. So this video is going to take a little bit of a different approach. We're going to show that the cooking process is almost as important as the meat itself. For example, I went to the local grocery store and got a Porterhouse steak. It's Black Angus, AAA, and the guys there took great care of me. It's a phenomenal steak, and I'm going to show you how even with something like this, you can create a phenomenal meat experience. We're going to start with our seasoning process. I'm going to show you how to cook it, slice it, and obviously at the end, we're going to enjoy it together. So let's get to it. We're moving away from the typical traditional rub to a salt coating with our house steak rub on top. We're going to take a sear first approach because we want to lock in our flavors and develop the perfect crust. In order to do so, we need our grill to be scorching hot and must ensure that the charcoal is burnt down to a slightly white color for no creosote taste. Let your steak on the grill and sear for about a minute or two, then flip. This steak is special because of its shape and size, so it's important to watch for a balanced, even cook. We're trying to develop a mahogany crust, so once the fat is bubbling, flip your steak. It's important to note that there's nothing wrong with flipping back and forth multiple times if necessary. We're targeting 127 degrees Fahrenheit, so once you have your desired crust, move your steak off the flame and allow it to cook with indirect heat until it reaches 127 degrees. We have the perfect crust and have reached our target temperature. However, before we slice the steak, we must let it rest for 5 minutes. And no better way to let it rest than with a piece of smoked beef tallow on top. I really do think that the flavor you get from cooking over wood makes all the difference. Our seasoning is fantastic. It's a great steak, but I have some critiques. It's underaged a little bit, which it's not that big of a deal, but it causes a little bit of a less tender final product. It also doesn't have quite the same robust beef flavor because of its lack of age. Overall, could have more marbling, but you get what you pay for. And in terms of experiences, I think we've accomplished what we were looking for. You can buy any steak, and if you follow our incredible cooking regimen, you still end up with a phenomenal meat experience. So dig in, enjoy your meal, and I can't wait for our next great adventure.